Are grading your Pokemon cards worth it in 2022? Well, in this video, we're going to be taking a look at different grading companies to see if it really is worth grading your cards this year. So let's go. Hey, what's up, guys? I hope you're all doing great. Welcome or welcome back to the channel. Okay, graded companies, what is going on? Everybody loves graded cards. They make your value go up. They make them look amazing. You can have them as collection pieces. You can have them for investment pieces. You can have them for whatever you may want. Now, is it worth it? What companies are good right now? Should you bother in, spending this type of money on getting your cards graded? Well, in this video, we're going to be taking a look at 3 grading companies, and we're going to talk about some other smaller ones as well, but we're talking about PSA, Beckett, and Ace grading. So they are the 3 that we're going to talk about, and then we're going to talk about something about the other ones as well. So first off, as we all know, PSA is the main one. Everybody knows about a PSA 9, PSA 10. They know it's a really, really special thing to get a PSA 10. However, is it worth buying? Let's have a look. All right, so PSA, these are the prices right now for grading your PSA cards. As you can see, it is really, really expensive to send your cards off to get graded with them. It is because they still have a massive, massive backlog, which is really taking their time to get through, but their prices have dropped. So it was $200 per card for the regular, valuation, which is ridiculous. Now we're looking at $100, $150 for Express, and then so on and so forth, depending on how quick you want it and how expensive the card is. Is it worth the $100? Well, in all honesty, a good rule of thumb when grading cards is to make sure that the card you're sending off kind of matches already the value of what you're paying for. So you wouldn't really lose out that much. There are a few that are exempt from that, obviously. An example would be Celebrations Blastoise or Celebrations Venusaur. You can get a PSA 10. You'd be looking at around $200 plus for either of them. And if it's only costing you $100 to get graded and you do get a 10, then it's definitely worth it, because that card's like normally $8, which is not really that much. But in a PSA 10, it's loads. But then you're not guaranteed to get a 10. You might end up getting an 8 or a 7. You just don't know. So is it really, really worth spending a $100 per card? So you want to make sure that the value of the card that you're sending off is going to be worth it. Now, if you're going to go for PSA, I would highly suggest sending off, a kind of a bunch. They do take a while for you to get your returns. So if you want it quick, you've got to pay the money. If not, you're probably going to be waiting a while. So, but yeah, like I say, PSA is great. It is the gold standard, as it were. Everyone knows PSA. Everyone knows that the cards are going to be great. So that's one of the things that you could be looking at. It is a really, really good grading service to have. However, there are other options that are cheaper and faster, depending on where you are and what's going on. So the next one we're going to look at is Beckett. So as you can see, guys, with Beckett, their service levels are a little bit different. So premium no subgrades is $125 a card, and their premium is $250. They are slightly more expensive than PSA, and as a rule, it is very hard to grade a 10, or they call it a pristine 10, with them. In all honesty, I would personally go with PSA, mainly because of the price value, and not only that, is, it's more universally known and heard of about PSA, especially for you guys, for people that live out in the US. Now, here in the UK, we don't quite have that option. It does cost us even more money for us to send it out overseas to get it graded and to get it back. So it's not always the best option for us. So yeah, Beckett is a really, really good option to PSA if you live in the US, which is very, very awesome if you can. Those are the 2 main options. Obviously, there are other smaller companies over in the US as well, but we're just looking at the 2 big main ones. And now we're going to take a look at the main UK one, which is where I'm based, which is Ace Grading. Okay, so Ace Grading, so it's a little bit cheaper, as you can see, compared to the $100 options that you do have over in the US. And that is because, one, we're a lot smaller as a country, and less people are probably collecting Pokemon over here than they are in the US. But not only that, this is quite a new company. It is run by Randolph from Randolph Pokemon himself. This is a great grading service. I've seen the slabs in the flesh myself. I've seen other people show off their cards, and the values of the cards actually do go up substantially. So if you get an Ace 9 or an Ace 10, that's what they're called, then you're doing pretty well in getting a really good valued card. But you're also paying a lot less. If you're only paying £10, which is probably around $13 to get your card graded, that is pretty good. You're onto a winner. So you could probably afford to send in cheaper cards. So that's one of our main options that we do have here in the UK compared to over in the US. Is it worth sending your cards over from the US to Ace Grading? It really does depend on what you have. If costs are still $100 a card and you want to send in a lot cheaper, I would send them over to Ace. They have some amazing looking slabs. They do some custom ones as well, which you'll see appear, and stuff like that. So it's really, really cool. That is our main option right here in the UK to get stuff graded. I am going to go with Ace Grading myself. I have a massive stack of cards that I do want to get graded because I don't really actually own many graded cards, and I have some amazing ones which will look really great in a slab. So is it really worth grading with companies? It is. Is it worth grading with smaller companies? Probably not. The thing is everyone knows what PSA is. Everyone knows Beckett. But if you go with a smaller, lesser known grading company, yes, you get the slabs. Yes, it'll look cool. It'll look amazing. But the problem is down the line, will these companies still stand? Will demand be there for them to be able to keep having business? But then the cards that you have that are graded with them to really be worth any money. The downside you have is if you go out and you get your Charizard from Celebrations graded with a smaller, lesser known company, and they disappear and they go bust in the next 5 or so years, your graded 10 is not going to be worth probably anything because it's from a company that no one really heard of. Whereas if you get PSA 10, then we're talking something completely different. But yeah, so I would probably avoid it. Right here in the UK, I think Ace is probably the best, safest bet for us right now. Obviously, if we can send it off to PSA, if PSA drop their prices even more, which I believe by the end of the year, we could be seeing the prices dropping, not back down to where they were, but at least lower than $100. We could be seeing by Q3, or the end of Q2, around $50, and then hopefully by the end of the year, around $20 to $25, just for the regular option on PSA, which by then would be a great idea to send some cards off. However, you want to be careful because if you go, you have all of these cards that are graded. If they're cheaper, then there's more of them out there, which because they're getting graded more, the value might drop less, and also that premium cost that you're paying for that graded card might also drop the value of that card as well, just because it's cheaper to get it graded. So conclusion, is it worth grading your cards? Absolutely. It's a great investment, great collection thing to do. I highly suggest it. Would I wait to send stuff off to PSA? Yeah, I honestly would. I'll probably wait until towards the end of the year. Me personally, I'm sending cards off to Ace Grading as I live in the UK. I want to make sure I get a really cool collection. Like I say, they do some amazing looking slabs. I will be doing a video recap of my experience with Ace Grading down the line when I get my returns, so you guys can find out for yourself. Right guys, if you made it this far, make sure to give this video a like, and if you're new here, hit that subscribe button for more Pokemon content. Once again, thank you all for watching. You guys are legends. I'll see you in the next video.